Is it looks, muscles, or money that really make men attractive to women? The answer might surprise you. Today, we're breaking down the real science of attraction and what researchers found could completely change the way you think about fitness, dating, and even your health. For years, people assumed height, facial features, or overall size were the biggest factors. And yes, height has been linked to attractiveness across cultures, but it turns out that's only a small part of the story. In a fascinating study, researchers at Griffith University and California State University tested this idea. They photographed men, both shirtless full-body shots and upper-body photos in tank tops, faces hidden. They also measured strength, body fat, height, and weight. Then, women rated these men for either strength or attractiveness. The results: upper body strength blew everything else out of the water. Women were incredibly accurate at spotting it, and the men who looked stronger were consistently rated as far more attractive. In fact, perceived strength accounted for over 70% of attractiveness ratings. Compare that to height, which explained only about 10%, and suddenly, biceps and broad shoulders look a lot more important than extra inches. Even shorter men rated as stronger were found more attractive than taller but weaker men. Strength wasn't just a factor, it was the factor, and it didn't stop there. Another study found that the V-shaped body, broad shoulders tapering to a narrow waist, was a second key feature. Not only does it make men look stronger, but it also signals good testosterone levels, lower visceral fat, and overall better health. In other words, the same traits women are wired to find attractive are also indicators of good genes and survival fitness. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Women's preferences shift depending on what they're looking for. In short, term flings, physical traits like strength, muscularity, and height become much more important. Women spend up to 40% of their attraction budget on these qualities. But for long-term relationships, kindness, stability, and reliability rise in importance. Though strength and healthy proportions still remain part of the picture. And here's the best part. The traits that women find most attractive are the same ones that protect your health. Stronger muscles mean better cardiovascular fitness, bone density, insulin sensitivity, and lower risk of disease. A leaner waist means lower risk of diabetes, heart disease, and even some cancers. So, if you're hitting the gym to build that V-shape and upper body strength, you're not just boosting your dating appeal. You're also stacking the deck in your favor for a longer, healthier life. Win-win. So what's the takeaway? If you want to look better, feel better, and live longer, focus on strength training and maintaining a healthy body composition. The science says it all. Attraction and health go hand in hand.